I don't know if you saw the tweet I posted in the basketball channel, but Wiggins is going to wear it too with the Heat.
I saw that, yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Dude, 2v8 Dead by Daylight sounds crazy.
Yeah, the subreddit is super excited over that.
So Russ Vought got in today, 53-47, straight party line.
Nice.
But yeah, they blew their load trying to stop Hegseth, and it didn't even work, and now they're not going to get to stop anyone else.
Yep.
The only guy they stopped was Matt Gaetz.
Who I'm starting to think was a distraction. You know,
One,
to just throw him up and then see how hard they were going to fight against it and be like, okay.
oh, almost certainly. Like the people I follow for political stuff that are a little more on the rational side, they're not just like, not like people like Cat Turd, who, you know, Cat Turd can be fun, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, he is he's boomer posting. It's mostly just brainless boomer
Yes.
posting. I think you would agree with that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
People who actually think about stuff were like, yeah, there's no way he's getting in, so this better be a distraction. So, how'd your day go?
Okay.
Unremarkable.
Essentially, yeah.
So you're going to the gym tonight, right?
Tomorrow.
Oh, no gym today. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Normal people take, like, rest days and stuff.
Yes. 'Cause I run a very intensive program so that way I spend less time having to go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
How much it would interrupt my time otherwise. If I could go at the perfect time that I like to go, and had the opportunity to go every day and have it not interfere with my schedule, then yeah, I would be doing it.
Okay, so in that case, I feel bad not asking if you want to do Truck Simulator, but probably too late now.
Yeah.
I thought you were only going to be here for like an hour. Okay. So you're going to get out of here around 9 or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Did you know that Robert Reich is only 4'11"?
Say again?
Did you know that Robert Reich is only 4'11"?
Yes, I did know that. He is king of the manlets.
I mean, not even. Like, isn't that the point where you start to legally qualify as a midget?
Let me check here. Yes, the height cutoff for midgets are people who are 4'10" or less as a fully grown adult.
Man.
So he is only 1 inch taller than being legally a dwarf.
Yeah, Raga, do you have any idea how pissed off people are going to be if the Eagles lose the Super Bowl to the Chiefs because the Eagles got sick right before the game? This is going to be a shit show. And I'm indifferent to who wins. I don't really care. I'm fine either way. Post a comment to this web zone if you want a pizza roll. You know that I'm 1/8 Hopi Indian?
I don't really give a fuck about that shit. You'll love to see it.
I like how he completely abandons his accent after he loses the boulder.
Yeah. What, biker? I'm coming to kill you!
Like in the
that's never
ring?
not gonna be... No, in real life.
You remember the video clip of Hassan Piker watching the inauguration and seeing fucking Elon do the big hail thing and then he like soy jacked?
Yeah, and then he's... Yeah.
It was great.
That was outstanding, I agree. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm bummed about Civilization 7 because I skipped 6. And I wanted to play 7 because I played 5 and I liked it.
From everything that I've read online, people have said that, you know, that it's been going downhill, and that really started to become evident with 6.
Yeah.
And 7's just like the cherry on top. Because, I can't even believe it, man. They had one of the leaders for USA be Harriet Tubman. And they're like, well, if you don't like it, you could just not play as Harriet Tubman. And it's all like, that's still, you used up an entire slot of who could lead the country with this useless hunk of shit. Why wouldn't people be pissed about that?
Right. When you could have done Uncle Ted instead.
There's a million different things that they could have done. And it's just so upsetting. They're like, I don't understand. How come everyone's mad? It's like, really, you don't understand. Okay.
I hear you've been busy destroying pagan propaganda, Ajay. Trust me, there's a lot more where that crap came from. But it's a good start.
So since Trump is going to be at attendance at the Super Bowl this year, you think anything funky's going to go down?
God, I really hope not. But that definitely better be the most secured Super Bowl in history.
Heute ist mein Tag, heute mein Tag.
Well done. Now we just need to get this truck to the right spot. I'll mark the delivery location on your map.
All right.
That
Right.
truck you brought has some things that can help us. Nicely done, Ajay. We'll distribute the supplies to those in need.
Dude, how the hell are they hitting me? I'm literally flooring it. There's no way they're actually able to hit me. Bull spit. Oh, cool, Big Country. Let me know. A democracy.
Saw a great tweet earlier today talking about yet another way in which boomers just absolutely devastated. And, you know, how society is so fucked up. It's like, you know, boomers used to be like, oh, a degree in underwater basket weaving, huh? Enjoy all your student loan debt. Good luck in the real world. But what would happen is that getting a degree in that would signal to the establishment that you needed to be part of their vast patronage network. So then you would end up getting some fucking useless fake email job for $300,000 a year. Getting paid by USAID.
It's a ball.
I didn't even know USAID existed until a few
Was
days
that
ago.
intel from the camp worth it?
AIM! I had no... I never even heard of the fucking thing.
Did you even read it? Because I've got some intelligence for you. And it's solid.
USA, the United States Agency for International Development, was created in November 3rd, 1961.
You guys put me in a difficult position. The right choice was obvious! It's what your father would have done. That's the golden path. That's the direction we were going before.
Here is yet another reason why, you know, I'm not tolerating when people slander Rubio on Twitter right now. Because the executive of USAID is the Secretary of State. So people are like, Elon doesn't have the authority to do this. No one voted for him. He was granted the authority first by the President of the United States to create Doge, and then given the authority by the Secretary of State Marco Rubio to investigate USAID. There's no better way to do this other than, you know, the claims by Democrats that they're just like, well, Congress should have voted on it. And it's like, well, of course that's what you want, because then nothing would ever get done, because you're the guys who created the corruption.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what the American people voted for. Fucking insane, man.
They really think that whole nobody voted for Elon Musk line is going to work on anybody. Like, they really think that's something they can ride to relevancy here. It's very weird to me.
I completely agree with you. It doesn't make any sense to me, because I'm like, you know what? Nobody voted for Fauci either, and that fucker still ruined my life. Nobody voted for Bill Gates or George Soros, but they still were able to shape and direct government policy over the last 20 years. So, you know, cry me a fucking river. You're not mad that principles are being violated and that the Constitution's being ignored. You're mad you lost and you can't be the one doing this.
Wait, so Holmgren didn't get in Big Country? Really?
You more than most should know that there was only ever one woman for me, my boy.
So, Moogle just messaged me on on Discord, excuse me. He thinks the Kareem trade was worse than the Luka trade. And that's the only one that he can think of that's worse.
Well, give me a second to look it up.
Hey, Ajay, I found another property.
No, I highly disagree. Because I'm looking at the returns of that trade. The Bucks got a lot out of that. Here's the thing. The Mavs traded Luka for no reason. The Bucks traded Kareem because he asked out. He demanded.
I think that makes things very different.
Exactly. Kareem wanted out. He demanded to be traded with the understanding that if he wasn't traded, he was just going to leave in free agency anyway. So they'd already gotten a championship out of the guy, and they're like, you know what? Fine, fuck it. We'll just get the best package that we can. And they got, you know, when you hear these guys, it doesn't sound like that big of a deal, because we know with the benefit of hindsight that these guys didn't tear up the league or anything. Elmore Smith, Brian Winters, Junior Bridgman, and Dave Myers. But you're trading Kareem for 4 players. That's the best package that you could get. You'd already gotten a championship out of the guy, and it didn't work out immediately for the Lakers. They were dog shit for a while. The first season with Kareem, they missed the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs until his 3rd year with them.
That's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Even then, they were consistent first-round exits right up until they get the #1 overall pick in the 1979 NBA draft and took a young kid by the name of Irvin Johnson.
Yeah, to me, the trade that got the Lakers that pick might be worse than the Kareem trade. Because all the Jazz got was like washed up Norm Nixon.
Yeah, but if you want to do that kind of thing, then you start talking about like the Mo Williams trade with the Clippers. Because that's just the risk you run anytime you send an unprotected pick. You know, shit happens.
Man, what's Holmgren got to do to get in the Hall of Fame? He has one of the greatest head coaching trees of all time. He literally spawned Andy Reid, who's a top 5 coach in NFL history. He spawned John Gruden, who's a Super Bowl champion winning head coach. Like, what the hell else he's got to do? What a joke.
I've said it many times, and I will continue to say it many more. Coaching is probably the most misunderstood thing in professional sports. People just don't see when someone's actually providing an impact and shaping the course of how the game is played. In every sport. And it sucks that that's the case, but...
I'm surprised Eli didn't get in, but I don't disagree with it. I get it. I respect it, but I'm surprised. Like, look at what Brett Favre did every year where he didn't have Mike Holmgren holding his nutsack. Like, he turned into a crazed interception machine. Literally. Like, Holmgren was the one guy who was able to get him under control enough to win reliably with him. Brett Favre would have been Jameis Winston if Mike Holmgren didn't get involved. Brett Favre would have been the white Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I'm getting out for here.
So Pat Surtain did win Defensive Player of the Year, which I think is pretty deserved. And if you're gonna put fucking Julian Edelman in the Hall of Fame, just put Heath Miller in the Hall of Fame while you're at it. Like, that's a freaking joke. Just put in frickin' Heath Miller at that point or something, man. Think about how big of a rock star Vivek would be right now if he didn't fuck up right before the inauguration. Because he would have been part of this doji stuff.
Yeah. He'd be like claiming all the credit for it. This is why Indians are good to have in your country, because look at what I've done.
All he had to do was not crash out.
Indian not make retarded decisions, challenge level impossible.
Hey, Drop Top, what's up? Okay, let's see. I heard about that, JS, but I am not familiar with that account at all. I've never seen the account Inevitable West, so I had no idea what the meaning was. I guess it was a big viral account. For some reason, I had never seen it before.
There's Deepak. He was supposed to ride with me.
It's AJ. Someone called for an armed escort?
The people need guns to fight Doppler. We have cases of rifles ready to go. Will you deliver them?
Of course. Send me the coordinates.
Thank the gods. The driver will be waiting.
You made it. Excellent. Come. We're already late. We've reinforced the top of the truck. Climb up.
Yeah, it really sucks that one of the Dove guys got chased off because of the efforts the media were using to dock them.
Right, I heard
That kind of shit. That kind of shit. I'm like, yeah, you know, because I feel the same way about communists that I do about illegal aliens. I'm like, I don't even see you as human. And if you're gonna be doing this kind of shit, you know, you don't deserve constitutional protections. And you know, get the fuck out, kind of deal. But while a lot of people are upset about it because they're like, this is just going to embolden them, and it's going to encourage you know, them to continue doing it and all that kind of shit. And I'm like, well, there's one positive takeaway from this, which is that right now the only people who fall for the whole resigned and disgrace thing is literally children. So.
We've reinforced the top of the truck. Climb up and we'll get going. I knew a man who
I don't blame a guy that young for being in that kind of situation, making that decision.
Looks like an accident in the road. Up ahead! Enemy vehicle! Enemy vehicle right in front of us!
See this balloon? You don't get this.
You made it! Excellent! Come, we're already late.
Yeah, maybe JS.
I
I just love the idea of half a dozen Zoomers going through the U.S. Treasury. I just can't get over that mental image in my head. Did they rename U.S. Aid to U.S. KEK? Just USKEK?
That would be white-based.
Looks like an accident in the road. Up ahead! Enemy vehicle!
Oh, I got blocked by Stone Toss today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He made his today's comic, and he's like he's always not liked Jews, so I get it. He's always been very critical of Israel. I get it, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But his comic today is Elon approaches Trump and he says, "Here's all the money that Doge saved the U.S. government." He hands him this huge stack of money, and Trump's like, "Hey, gee, thanks." And then he turns around and he hands it to Israel.
Okay.
So, you know, whatever. But like, I made the comment and I'm all like, bro, you roasted Trump for 4 years about leaving the January 6th prisoners out to dry, and you didn't say shit after the pardons. You didn't tweet anything. You didn't make a comic over it. Nothing. Absolutely zero. Nothing. Anytime you talk about Trump at all, it's just criticism over his relationship with Israel. Not talking about any of the good things that happened. Meanwhile, Elon had a huge crash out over the H-1B thing, and you came out as being against H-1B immigrants, but you didn't say anything bad about Elon, and here in this comic, Elon's the hero. What the fuck?
I had to wait 2 days before I could return to bury my mother, father, and sister in secret. The awful truth, friend, is that Iran has no future. Shut damaged, but still rolling.
I think he's just changing his business model around to try to appeal to Groypers, because I had to turn off my notifications because I kept getting comments from Groypers telling me that they're like, "Go kiss US," and I'm all like, bro, I'm probably more anti-Semitic than you are, with far greater reason.
Well, I always felt like, personally, like, I mean, there are some Stone Toss comics that are great, but I always kind of felt like he was kind of a boomer.
Yeah, he's definitely, you know, I've started to like him less and less over the last 2 years. Because, like, ever since he got doxxed, it seems like he just stopped being the guy that he used to be, and instead he's almost going for, like, safe criticism, with the exception of Israel stuff. But again, it's like he's changing his business model around for, you know, appealing to Groypers. And I'm like, I don't think that's the audience that you think it is, man. But, you know, whatever. He said that he became a millionaire within 2 hours after he started selling NFTs for Ethereum. You know, back before NFTs, like, because they fell off super fast. He got in before that.
Right.
And, you know, he'd always been big into crypto, so I'm sure financially he's not hurting in any way. To justify doing this kind of thing, but yeah, you know, I mean, you and me in our DMs, we don't go, "Hey, new Stone Toss." Instead, we go, "Hey, new Foxford."
Yeah, I mean, to me, his comics have, even when they've been good, they've always been about the hypocrisies of the left, which is not interesting, really. Like, we know, and also, they don't care if they're hypocritical. No one really does.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, okay, like...
And, right, and that's the kind of thing that I'm saying, is ever since he got doxxed, like, the stuff he did that was beyond that has completely disappeared. He used to be highly critical towards black culture, too. And that's gone. Like, I can't even remember the last time he made a fucking comic about blacks in any way. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'm like, holy shit, dude. So, you know, but between that and, you know, he blocked me for the comment that I made today, I was like, alright.
Yeah.
Because it kills me, because I'm all like, if you bitch about something for 4 years, and then day one, the guy gets back in office, day one, he rectifies that mistake, and you don't even say anything about it? What the hell? was like, let me tell you something, man. If I spent 4 years bitching and whining and crying that I didn't get something, and then one day I get it, I'd be on cloud 9.
Kirati? Like, Kirati? Oi! Kill the vermin! Moving out!
Dude, he didn't see me.
Heading to the top. Show me what you got.
Get him! Go, go! Nothing. I know someone is calling for reinforcements.
I'm going to shoot your face off.
Okay, go ahead and kill me. Go ahead and kill me.
Basically, if I had to sum it up, I'd say I think he's the political webcomic version of Darkseid Phil saying, I told you to buy the figure.
Something like that. Be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Well, hello.
So hopefully RFK or Kash Patel will be up for their vote tomorrow, because they were voted to be advanced today, but they might wait until next week. We'll see. Dude.
I've been trying to count how many trucks leave the outpost every day. I think about 20. That's a lot.
Well, JS, this game might never be free because it's Ubisoft, right? Ubisoft doesn't make their games free. They put them on Ubisoft Plus. So I don't know if this game's ever going to be on, like, Game Pass or anything like that. I don't think Ubisoft does that. Free was on PS Plus? Okay. Fuck. What's your waifu? She call me Dad-sama. Call me Dad-sama. Yeah, I know everybody said that 6 sucked. Darkside Phil thought it was good. I know that. I'll play it eventually, but it seems like they're just rehashing the same formula over and over again.
I can't believe somebody would climb to the top of a radio tower and smash a transmitter.
Mother soul, I wish those Eagles would do their job when he's up there.
I asked for extra patrol duty rather than go home. Find the source of the danger and eliminate it.
Nice. No detections. He was in the game for like 3 cutscenes. That's funny as hell. So he's like Bryan Cranston in the Godzilla movie.
How are you doing, Ajay?
I wonder if Esposito's tired of playing the same character in every single role. I wonder if he's cool with being typecast or not, because, man, he's always the same guy.
I haven't seen him say anything about it other than he's just happy to keep getting work. Which makes perfect sense.
Oh, Josh Allen won league MVP.
Hell yeah, I knew it. I was right.
It was his turn.
I knew he was going to have an MVP season. It's just a shame. It's just a shame that Sean McDermott learned all the wrong lessons from how things turned around after that 9/11 speech. Because he was like, wait a minute, things turned around so much after I gave that speech. That means I, the coach, need to become a terrorist. And no, that was not what he should have done.
Namaste.
Heard me. Josh Allen is the third Buffalo Bill to win the award.
Nice. Oh man. Guy says he started dating a female police officer. All the comments. Hope you brought your bulletproof vest. Oh man.
Wonder if the playoff game influenced the vote. If Lamar had beaten Josh Allen in the playoffs, would Lamar have won MVP? Because it's not supposed to be influenced by the regular season, but that doesn't mean it isn't.
Yeah, the voting should be done before the playoffs start.
I think Josh Allen's EPA was much better than Lamar's, though. So, on those grounds, I don't mind the award at all.
To be fair, both of them have an RER of 0.
Both of them are ringless chumps.
Exactly. That was so funny when people started to, oh my god, LeBron's PER is insane. Yeah, but what's his RER? Oh man, see that's the problem with, young guys who worship LeBron is they actually miss out on how hilarious the ringless memes were.
Right.
Why even live?
God, those were such good times, man.
Trust me, you want to stay on the Blur's good side.
I don't know if I agree with that, JS. I think there is something fundamentally bad about the way he plays football that elite defenses can exploit when they need to. He cannot throw 9 routes. I think good defenses can just basically pull his wings off, and it's really hard for him to do anything about it. I don't know if there was anything fundamentally wrong with Peyton that made it so he struggled to win deep in the postseason. I'm not convinced that there was like something intrinsically wrong with him that just made it not go his way a lot. I feel like with Lamar, there's a little bit more there because he sucks at throwing 9 routes.
Hey, because like with Peyton's on the tail end of his career in Denver, and yet he still has way more playoff success in Denver in a shorter period of time than he had with the Colts. Now, that's not to say he didn't have playoff success with the Colts, because he did win a ring after all, and he made it to another Super Bowl and lost. But, like you said, he didn't really have like an exploitable flaw so much as the Colts were just a poverty franchise.
Right.
But Lamar has so much help, and he has an excellent coach. And there's stability in that franchise. There's longevity in that franchise. He is surrounded by different people. Even Ray Lewis, even though he retired and never got the chance to even play with Lamar, he's still part of the franchise and still works with all the guys quite a lot. Like, there's a ton of help there for Lamar, and yet he just can't do it.
The 2019 and 2023 Ravens are 2 of the best teams in NFL history, and they didn't even make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, you could put those rosters and that regular season success up against anyone.
Yeah. And, the same with this year. Like, fucking Derrick Henry, in an era where, I'm not going to say era because it wasn't that long ago, but like Derrick Henry a couple of years ago, when defenses were better able to shut down the run, managed to carry Ryan Tannehill to an AFC Championship game.
Right.
And he couldn't even get Lamar out of the second round. In a time where it's even easier for running backs to just feast.
Like, I don't know if this is still true or not, but I saw a stat once. Peyton Manning has lost 4 playoff games in his career where he led a go-ahead drive with less than 1 minute to go in the game. So 4 times in his career, he would drive down the field and give his team the lead with less than a minute left, and then the defense would give the lead back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you say to that other than that his career was built on an ancient Indian burial ground.
Basically.
How many times has that happened to Tom Brady? Like, once? out of 50 games.
Yeah, that's... It is for sure tough. In football, to be able to exert your will over the game, because you can only either play for the offense or the defense, and if you're a defensive player and you're the GOAT, the offense can still completely fail to put up points. And if you're an offensive player and you're the GOAT, your defense can still throw the game away for you.
Does Peyton have more success than Brady if he's in New England? Honestly, I kind of think so. Well, the only reason why he wouldn't would be because Peyton had to retire at a normal age, and Brady played until he was like 46 or whatever. Peyton wasn't going to play until he was 46 because of the injuries.
Right. But at the same time, a lot of those injuries were because the Colts never learned to get offensive line help. That's why fucking Andrew Luck had to retire when he did. So, you could argue that wouldn't have happened in New England. But at that point, you're talking about what ifs and you're just making shit up. But what I think would have been the difference maker is I don't really think Peyton has too much of an ego or anything, but would he have been able to live alongside Belichick the same way that Tom Brady did? Because I think being able to mesh and not get in a conflict until right at the end was a big reason for Tom's consistent success.
And even then, sometimes it was uncomfortable. Like when they drafted Garoppolo, it eventually led to a crash out where Brady was like, you better trade that guy. I don't want to have another quarterback on this team. Get him out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and Tom Brady, if he was freaking out over those kinds of things, it's just a feeling. I don't really have anything going for it that I can point to, but I feel like Peyton would be more upset in situations where Tom just let it go.
Yeah, when Peyton was younger, it would have been interesting because he was a little bit of a fiery guy like that. Like, he would yell at people publicly. He would, like the Mike Vanderjagt stuff. Like, Mike Vanderjagt's a fucking idiot, obviously, but I think we all know that. But actually calling your kicker an idiot in public is something most people wouldn't do.
And one of my favorite Peyton Manning moments of all time is when he correctly reads the blitz, so he tells his offensive lineman to pick it up. And the old lineman was either not listening or just completely fucking phased out because he utterly blew his assignment. He just runs right past the defender to just go upfield like he's getting ready to block for a run. And the guy just goes right past him. And then you famously hear Peyton Manning, he's yelling loud enough to be heard on the fucking broadcast. He goes, "God damn it, Donald!"
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm all like, there have been plenty of times in Tom's career where he's gotten fucked over because somebody on his team made a mistake, but he never screamed so loud that the fucking broadcast picked it up.
You never heard either of them say, "Whoa there, motherfucker," though.
Yeah, that's true. That's why they're not the GOAT.
Oh, well, yeah, JS, if Kelsey wins 3 more rings now, what does it matter? Kelsey's not even that good anymore. The only thing Kelsey does is he gets fed the ball a lot because he's still playing. Like, he's really not that good of a player anymore. Like, imagine if 41-year-old Jerry Rice was getting thrown the ball 10 times a game. He'd still put up good numbers, but he wouldn't be that good of a player. Like, that's what Kelsey is now, basically. He's honestly kind of a mess sometimes.
Yeah, I liked when that guy asked him. He's like, Travis, what do you love more, Taylor Swift or getting Phantom roughing the passer calls in playoff games?
Yeah, I guess they asked him earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, like, if you guys win the Super Bowl, are you going to the White House? And he basically said, yeah, we don't really care who the president is. We're going to go.
Based.
You know,
He should bring Taylor.
mhm.
That would be hysterical. Plus, if Trump lays over his charm and manages to win her over like he's done with so many people in the past.
And a lot of people got mad at Kelsey, but it's like he has fucking media training. He knows how to respond to these things in a way that doesn't create controversy.
Yeah.
Which Jalen Hurts does not know how to do, by the way, because he was asked and he said no comment. Which is basically him saying that, you know, no. But I don't want to say it. Right?
Yes. Which is especially stupid because the last time that the Eagles won the Super Bowl, they went, and Trump was president. You know. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is, you know, he is what he is, and there's no escaping that. But, there's two things going on there, is that the vast majority of the Chiefs team are Trump supporters. So as Kelsey said that kind of shit right before the Super Bowl, he is creating division in the locker room. Number one. Number two, it's beyond just, oh no, we're supposed to hate him and blah blah blah. Like it's a fucking honor, man. It's not about you, it's about the team.
Yeah, what he said is, you know, he basically said for any president. You know, it's about the office. It's not who it happens to be at that particular moment.
And
I mean,
you know,
you could pull a Sheldon Cooper and go there to call him a...
Dr. Cooper, I think it's time for you to leave. This is an outrage. I should be accepting this award from President Trump. That was amazing. No, but another thing I was going to say is people who famously decided not to go to the White House because they didn't like Trump were basketball teams that won the championship. And it's worth keeping in mind that right now the NBA is the only professional sports league that is losing money, and they went the hardest with woke bullshit, race politics, and nonsense. So I got to imagine that's something that Travis and especially the Chiefs are keeping in mind right now too. They're like, if we don't go, we're kind of asking for trouble. Because you already know how the league feels about it, because they got rid of end racism on on the paint on the end zone, and they're going to replace it with begin racism.
Apparently they're replacing it with, like, choose love or something like that.
Okay, well, you know what? That's fair enough, because I choose to love racism.
Or end hate, or whatever. Remember in the bubble when players got to put whatever they wanted on the back of their jersey?
Yeah.
And I think it was Dame Lillard had how many more? And then, oh, no, it wasn't Dame Lillard. It was like Danny Green or something. And then his jersey number's right below it, and it says, you know, whatever his jersey number was. So I always thought it was funny because it's implying, like, well, apparently that's how many more.
His number was 0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it was Dame Lillard, it would have been 0. But, you know, obviously the extended version of that is how many more innocent black people have to be killed by cops or whatever. But
right.
Then he's got the number.
Well, hold on. It depends on what team he was at the time. So I gotta look for the 2020 season.
Just search
oh my God.
NBA how many more.
For the bubble year, he was with the Lakers. Actually, he was part of that fraud asterisk ring. How about that?
Doesn't Danny Green have like 3 rings from 3 different teams?
Yeah, unbelievably. The 2014 Spurs, the 2019 Raptors, and the 2020 Lakers. How about that? But yeah, when he was on the Lakers, which is that year, his number was 14. That's pretty funny. Bro, this works even better because his number was 14. Because aside from it's hilarious, how many more 14, is just hilarious enough. You could also take that same jersey and give it to Myers Leonard, and then it has a whole different connotation.
That's pretty good, man.
Begin racism.
Lining up.
In all seriousness, what do you think would happen to the ratings if they replaced end racism with begin racism? I say that because it feels like a lot of sports fans nowadays are like more left-leaning, because it almost seems like a cultural thing where if you're right-wing, they're kind of moving away from being a sports fan. But I almost feel like that's less not wanting to watch sports and more a reaction to, now that we know that the fucking government's been funding this shit in the first place, intentionally making sports leagues gay and cater to left-wingers.
Yeah, the next, the poster for the next UFC event is going to be Canelo and Alvarez making out. Are you sure this is going to help us sell more pay-per-views?
Are you sure this is going to make more people want to watch professional fighting? Fighting.
DeMar Hamlin didn't win Comeback Player of the Year because Joe Flacco went absolutely insane for the Browns and did way more to earn it. Like, honestly, I'm not even mad about that. What Flacco did was insane off the couch.
Exactly, and that's the whole point. Like, people are mad because they're like, DeMar Hamlin almost died, man. Yeah, and that's great and everything, but like, he's a fringe player at best. It is truly fantastic that he's come back, but he's, Bronny James had a heart attack and made it to the NBA, where he's a terrible player. Now, DeMar Hamlin's not terrible, but he's like, I'd put him at below average, honestly, which is certainly not bad. If this was a letter grade for like a school paper, a D is passing. But I don't see him as being all that good of a player. It's amazing what he managed to do, and not die and have that kind of comeback. That's great, but like you said, Flacco showed up out of fucking nowhere and then played at such a level that he damn near...
No, he got the Browns to the playoffs, literally.
Yeah. It's almost unbelievable, because like right up until he just suddenly ascended, they were looked at as being, top 5 pick team. He shows up out of nowhere, rights the ship, and I'm like, holy crap, this guy's incredible.
Remember when the Bills ran a fake punt to DeMar Hamlin in the playoffs?
That was the first hint that McDermott is leaning into being a terrorist.
That was one of the funniest things of all time. If he had gotten that first down, maybe he would have won Comeback Player of the Year. Okay, yeah, it was Danny Green who had how many more? Okay, I thought it was.
Yeah.
Eric Armstead is Walter Payton Man of the Year award. Comeback Player of the Year is Joe Burrow. I can dig it. They only put 4 fucking people in the Hall of Fame. What a joke.
You're bringing people peace, Ajay. I hear them talking about how you've dealt with the guilty. Everyone's starting to talk about you.
Almighty Hamas supporter.
I remember that one.
So all of the players that got into the Hall of Fame this year have 0 rings combined.
Tragic. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm really happy with the trades that Pat has made in the last couple of days. To the point where I'm sitting here thinking, no, he's definitely ready for something. He's cooking. Because like our defense is incredible right now. Wiggins and I forget the other guy, but we got PJ Tucker and we made a trade today to pick up a another point guard. Because we didn't get to keep Dennis Schroeder, so happy about that. in that point guard. Wiggins is the 4th best in isolation defender in the league, and the point guard is the 9th best. So you got that point guard, we got Wiggins, and then when Spo has run a lineup where Bam's playing power forward and Khalil Ware's playing center, he hasn't done it very much, but so far that has the best defensive rating of any lineup in the NBA this entire season. So I'm like, we might just have the best defense in the league off of that. And if Hero can just duck, and man,
Next, it's
We might actually-
It's Jimmy Butler and San Fran. The jokes are endless.
yes, you love to see it. Although I always felt that the Warriors are more of an Oakland team. Because, I mean, they're obviously the Bay Area, but they play in Oakland, don't they? No, it's in San Francisco. It used to be in Oakland. They moved.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't like the trade very much for the Warriors. Butler's old.
Yeah. The Warriors played their home games at Oakland Arena,
It looks good.
That's what I love about you, Ajay.
which is obviously in Oakland from 1971 to 2019. And in September 6, 2019, the Chase Center opened up in San Francisco, and they moved over there.
For a dog. One day you've got a suite at the palace, and the next those dogs are chasing you through the mountains.
That's fashion, I suppose.
Well, they'll always be the Oakland team to me.
You're so right. The den should be nearby.
But yeah, Jimmy and San Fran, that's pretty funny. He's got to be careful about the crazy shit he does with his hair from now on. He's gonna end up in trouble.
Man, this game makes me feel like an asshole when I have to kill these animals, but gotta do it. Like, they're gonna kill you if you don't kill them. Like, animals like this are cool. Wolves, foxes, I don't want to kill them. Really? I actually didn't know that, JS. That's interesting. Oh! Okay, so you can't do that. You've probably already seen that, but oh my god, he actually fucking did it. If you get that red rifle BB gun, you'll keep your eye out.
Reinforcements needed. Repeat, Golden Pass reinforcements are needed. Our outpost is being attacked. Request is urgent.
I cannot believe that worked so well. Holy shit. I did not even expect to do that. That was wild.
Keep shooting! Don't give up! Just die already! Be brave! Retreat! Retreat! Someone's firing! Sorry. My cage.
Isar, do not redeem.
Come back!
Man, he's never escaping the concubine accusations. Good lord.
I'm surprised he's still posting. I thought for sure that after the election and after he lost, the money would have dried up and he would have gone and done something else.
Well, Swan Marcus was 100% a government asset. That guy appears to just be a useful idiot who's part of the patronage network, like, what's his face? The Parkland dipshit?
Oh, Hog.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. David Hogg wasn't there the day of the shooting. It's amazing what he's managed to pull off here.
No.
He had this one tweet the other day that was like, no one in America has the right to own a firearm. And it's like, actually, that was one of the first things that we established.
Yeah, that's... Whoopsie.
Where? Like there's something in the rock.
What the hell?
Get it. I told you to buy the figure. There must be some underground area around here that you can't get to.
I will sever your head!
हो गया?
Holy shit!
Need help!
All right, be right back, guys. All right, we're back. Bering air flight carrying 10 people disappears near Alaska. What the fuck is going on, man?
I have a sneaking suspicion because there's no possible way that all this stuff could just magically start happening. Something tells me this has been happening and they've just been keeping it quiet.
What in the hell is going on?
Because there's no other way that this makes any sense at all.
It is my high honor to present Major Katsuragi with Medal of Honor. Quote of the year. You can just do things. One of the most important lines in the history of the world. You can just do things.
Exactly.
Are you a fan of the Just Cause series?
I don't think I ever played it.
Oh, really? Okay. I feel like I haven't heard about that series in a long time. Used to be big. We Germans are not all Miles und Sunshine.
From what I can tell, the reason that that franchise fell off a cliff, the last one, Just Cause 4, came out in 2018, and received mixed reviews and failed to meet sales expectations. The developer that makes it is Square Enix, so yeah, they're kind of just sitting on a lot of their shit because they've been struggling for a long time.
It really breaks my heart to see all these developers trip over their own feet over and over and over again.
Yeah, big time.
Like, I really liked the new Final Fantasy VII games, but why do they have to play like Dark Souls? No? Make a game in the vein of the games that you've made your whole life. Yeah, like we were talking about the PlayStation 6 hypothetically the other day. It's like, if you fuck that up, you might be toast. If Sony fucks that up... Because I don't think the Switch was a particularly great console, but because of good timing and the fact that it, you know, works, it killed it. And even Xbox is making inroads. So it's like, you better not fuck up the 6 or else you're done.
Yeah.
And there's no reason for Xbox to be doing well right now when they literally don't have a single exclusive game anymore. I know not everyone can afford a gaming computer, but they literally have 0 exclusives now.
Yeah, definitely. It is for sure rough to think about. Alright, well, I have to go take a shower to get ready for work now. So.
Alright. Are you going to come back when you're done, or are you just going to leave after that?
Yeah, probably just leave.
Alright. Well, have a good rest of your night.
Thank you. And yeah, I'm straight through working every single fucking day until fucking next Thursday. Jesus.
Well, at least you'll get that money.
Yeah. Should be getting paid soon, so hooray. Alright. Have a nice day.
You too. Oh, wait a minute. Aha! How did I miss that all this? Sorry, buddy. I need your skin.
Said we'd be invincible.
Cryptocurrency Drive. When did this game came out? Cryptocurrency was pretty new when this game came out, I think.
Ah. Ah.
Wait, really? Oh, that was annoying. No, yeah, I don't think he has. But I'm gonna go and hop off, and I'm gonna get on Demon Souls a little later. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I got some stuff to take care of, but I will be back on a different game.